Alright guys, welcome back to another vlog. This is a big one today. We're going to talk about why I left America to start a new life in the Philippines. And we're going to break it up into 3 different categories. So the first category we're going to talk about is economics. Why did I come here based on economics? Well, number one, it's a lot cheaper than the US. In the US, I noticed things were getting very expensive, whether it be healthcare, utilities, rent, even food were so expensive, and that's one of the big draws to Southeast Asia, especially Philippines for me. The prices were extremely cheap relative to the U.S. and other parts of the West. You know, that's a big driver for people to come out here.
But how's
is the cost?
But how's the hospitals there? Don't you think it's reasonably pricey because they serve
So
what do you
the
think?
hospitals are they're very good hospitals, but what you're getting for the cost just doesn't make sense. Like you're spending even more than like other European countries, and what you're getting for that, it's almost not worth it. If you break an arm, and you have to go to the ER, that's gonna run you like, depending on what your insurance is, it's gonna cost like upwards of $10,000. As opposed to out here, if you have a similar accident, you're gonna be paying like, $20. So it's a pay-as-you-go system out here, and it's very enticing to come out here for those reasons.
Got it. So one of the main reasons is it's cheap,
It's very cheap.
very cheap. Well, I don't really know what to say about that because growing up, I always wanted to go to the States because everyone's saying like, if you go there, you will have a better life because they pay you like a lot. So I don't have. So I didn't know that's actually what's going on there.
Yeah.
But isn't it? But what about if I'm a Filipino and then I go there and just work and come home? Do you think that's ideal for you?
I think if you go there for a couple of years, because there is a lot more opportunity out there.
Yeah, but I think even if you go there and work there, it's the cost of living is still going to be.
Yeah,
a
it's
lot,
gonna catch
so-
up to you. Like you're not gonna be able to save a lot because you got to pay rent and you got to pay healthcare and all these other things. So you're basically just. I felt like I was just scraping by every week, honestly. So I wanted to change of pace,
Got it.
and the Philippines was on my radar for a while, and then I just finally made the plunge. I took the plunge and I moved out here. And also another reason, this is still on the same page as economics, but I also felt like I was getting ripped off a lot over in the U.S.
Really?
Yeah, like
In terms of
everyone,
what?
it just felt like everyone was out for themselves. Everyone was just trying to make a profit. They didn't really care deeply about who they were serving. So I feel like the customer service also went down a lot. They're just getting our waters. Thank you. The customer service, I feel like, has gone way downhill, and it's just not worth whatever you're paying. For instance, I remember one time I went to the dentist's office, and I called them the night before I went there, and they told me, all right, yeah, everything's covered, insurance has covered everything. So I went there thinking that, I wouldn't have to pay anything. Fast forward 2 weeks later, and I get a bill in the mail for $300.
But did you reach out to them though?
And I reached out to them, and they said, yeah, you owe us $300.
But how?
I don't know. It's just,
Did you send them the email?
that's
or
the thing. In the
message?
U.S., you're constantly getting billed for stuff. You're constantly getting like debt collectors calling you, like, hey, where's my money? And over here, you don't even like get phone calls from anybody.
Because maybe you don't owe someone money.
I don't owe anybody money, but
Maybe you owe a lot. In
it's
the
just a
US.
different lifestyle over here.
Do you owe some money from someone in the U.S.? Is that what
I
they
don't know
keep calling
anybody.
you?
I mean, except the dentist's office.
But you should have sent them the email or any text message proving
mean-
that they told you that you shouldn't.
Well, I did, and we got it resolved. But I mean,
Oh,
I'm just
so-
saying these kinds of things happen a lot in the U.S. You're constantly getting billed for everything. So I didn't want to keep getting nickel and dime like every transaction that I have in the U.S. So I just said, screw it. Why am I even here? What's the point?
So it's like you're just working your whole life just to pay all the bills.
You're just working just to survive, like just to pay your bills.
Yeah.
In the Philippines, it's just total opposite. Totally stress-free life, totally relaxing, especially if you get a Filipino girlfriend. who will help you out.
It's really relaxing because you could just lie down on a couch doing nothing, and yet you still
Yeah.
live comfortably in the Philippines.
And another thing about economics is the tipping culture in the U.S. has gotten crazy. Have you heard about this?
All I know is if your bill is like, you should tip someone if 10% of what.
It's usually
what's your
20%
bill.
if you get served. But nowadays in the U.S., like you're you're expected to tip even if you don't get any service. Like even if you just pick up an item. If you pick up your food at a restaurant, they'll they'll flip the screen on you and then they'll guilt trip you into tipping them, even though they didn't really do anything.
What if you don't?
If you
tip
don't
them?
tip, then they kind of make you feel, I don't know, maybe they'll give you worse service.
You'll get mad.
Maybe
at
they'll
you.
spit in your food, who knows? But the whole tipping culture in the U.S. has gotten insane. And over here, it's like, they don't really expect much of a tip, right?
Well, tip is not really a big thing here. You could just give any tip, whatever you can give. It's not really like necessary for you to give. Usually, the people who like gives a tip, those like rich people. Like
But what's the
foreign
expectation, like 10% here?
people. There's really no specific amount. You just give whatever you can give.
Yeah. And they don't really care if you like short them a little bit.
But what I noticed, slowly some restaurants, like especially those fancy restaurants, they're starting to add like 10% service charge for your
Yeah.
bill. That's
But
what
still,
I noticed.
that's way cheaper than the U.S.
Yeah.
So that was economics.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Eat some burgers
Thank you.
and hot sauce for the kids.
Thank you.
Enjoy your food.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So the second reason why I moved out here is freedom. I feel, and this is going to be controversial, but I feel a million times freer over here.
That's weird because the U.S. is.
Yeah, the land of the free.
Yeah.
But I don't feel free in the U.S. I feel like I'm constantly being watched, like, and monitored by, like, the bureaucracy. And over here, there's no credit card, really. It's all cash.
Yes, correct.
And something about, like, just all cash just makes you feel a lot freer. Also in the U.S., like, the amount of forms you have to fill out for just every single transaction, the amount of, like just for example, if you want to open up a bank account, you have to provide 10 forms of ID.
Wow.
Like, just the level of just bureaucracy, it's insane. Forms, you got permits, you got excessive taxes, zoning rules. It's just, there's too much excess that they don't need, that they could just cut out and make it a lot easier, and you would feel a lot freer.
And other than that, what else?
Over here, I feel like I'm just living. Like, no one's micromanaging anything. I never feel like burdened by anybody. I feel like the government doesn't even, they just leave you alone.
No pressure.
There's no pressure, no stress. I remember that one time, remember when we got a ticket?
Yeah.
And how did we resolve that ticket?
Ticket for what? The
When he said I didn't have a passport or something.
was it for the car?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't even remember if we paid that or not.
No, we did not because.
You have a friend, right?
Yeah, I have a friend whose relative works at like an LTO and stuff like that, and she said to just like let it go.
Yeah.
It's not even like a big deal at all.
She knows somebody, and the ticket was like $10.
Yeah.
But in the States, it's, in order to resolve like a ticket, you got to appear before a judge in some cases. You got to make your case, maybe hire a lawyer.
Yeah, why is that? That's what I know.
It's just crazy. Like, everything is just so complicated in the U.S. for no reason whatsoever. So if you want an easier lifestyle, come to the Philippines. It's so much more laid back. It's easier to resolve issues that you're having. It's very simple, and it's very common sense way to live, and that's the kind of living that I want to do.
Also, one of the reasons why everything in the Philippines is not complicated is because everything is just so simple in here. And also, I think it's also much easier for the foreign people because we like them coming here because of like, white privilege, we call that. They bring money to our country. I think.
Is that why we're treated better?
I think so.
But I think everyone's treated well.
Yeah, I mean everyone, all of the people are nice, but I think when it comes to like, especially the governments and all of that, I think they treat those white
And
people.
I do want to circle back to the aspect of cash. There's nothing more free than just having a wad of cash in your pocket. No credit card. You don't even have to carry ID really. For example, when I'm on my motorbike and I'm revving it to 80, and I got the beach on one side and the mountains on the other, and cash in my pocket, that's true freedom to me. That's when I feel the freest.
What's the reason why everything in the U.S. is like hard?
I don't know why it's all credit card because it's just easier. I don't know. We haven't really used cash. No one really uses cash anymore in the U.S.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. Even buying gas.
Maybe they just want to like track where you are. But I like getting off the grid. So if you want to feel like you're off the grid, this is a good place.
So what happened to the land of free now?
I don't know. It doesn't feel free. I mean, I hate to say that because I know it's controversial. Comment below if you still think America feels free to you. But with all the taxes, all the regulations, all the bureaucratic garbage, I don't feel it. So I'm an honest guy. I got to call a spade, and that's just been my experience living in the U.S. I want a simpler life, a more relaxing, less stressful life. All right, the last thing I want to talk about, and this is probably going to be the most controversial, is the culture here and the people here. I'm just going to go out and say it. I feel like the people here are a lot kinder. That's
exactly true. I agree with that.
Yeah, I want to be around people who are kind and not negative. I don't like negative people. I want to be around positive people. And everywhere I go, they're smiling at you. They're saying please and thank you. They're calling you sir, ma'am. They respect their elders. And you know what? I don't feel that in the U.S. anymore. So I don't know what happened to America, but the value system has totally deteriorated over the last half a century. And I'm sick of it, honestly. Like, get some better values, or we need to, I don't know how to fix it. It's not my problem anymore because I don't live there. But, I just got tired of it and I left. That's one of the big reasons.
Yeah, also I have a friend who's moved to the States, I think last year, and she told me that you can't even stay or stand in your neighbor's yard because they will sue you or they will call the police for doing that. Because here in the Philippines, you could just
go to your friend's house.
Yeah,
you don't have to make an appointment.
House. You could just sit on someone's yard and just chill in there. No one's gonna call out.
Everyone's really laid back, and you don't have to make an appointment to go to your parents' house for dinner.
Yeah, but maybe
you can just show up.
Yeah, but maybe one of the reasons why everyone's doing that because it's not really safe in the U.S. anymore.
Yeah, what's another thing? Crime in the U.S. has gone out of control too.
Yeah, because my friend was saying there's so many addicts in the U.S. and all of that.
So there's a lot of drug addicts in the U.S.
And you can't trust anyone, especially if you don't know them. That's probably one of the reasons why they're so strict when it comes to seeing someone in their area, in their yard and all of that.
Right, and over here, drugs, you can't even have drugs. There's no drugs, right? Because the penalty if you have drugs is so severe that it serves as a deterrent to even trying to purchase any. So it's a very religious country, a lot of very traditional values.
Yeah, well, of course, the Philippines is not that perfect. It's not a perfect country.
Yeah, it has its flaws for sure.
Yeah. But maybe if you are really looking for a country, or I think it's not just the Philippines. I think most of the Asian countries are like this.
I think Asia altogether is like this, especially Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
I'll give you a story. I got a flat tire once when I was driving my car. It had 5,000 miles on it. So I took it into the shop. I said, can you please replace this tire? And he said, sorry, sir, I can't replace it. I got to replace all four because if I don't, the tread on the tires will be uneven. So again, he tried to sell me 4 brand new tires when I just bought the car. So again, trying to rip me off. And also, he could have just plugged the tire instead of replacing it. But he wanted to replace all 4. And I didn't like that. And I feel like that happens a lot. And over here, I feel like I've never been ripped off, ever. We've even had flat tires, and they don't replace the whole tire. They'll just plug the hole.
I think getting your flat tires fixed here probably costs $2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another thing I wanted to touch on is the healthcare. For the price, it's not even comparable. I feel like in the U.S., the doctors, this is going to be controversial, but I feel like they don't really care about their patients. I feel like they care more about just writing a prescription and pushing pills onto them.
Yeah.
They don't really care about solving their underlying cause of whatever's bothering them. They'd rather just give you a pill. And over here, there's no profit motive in healthcare. So they really want to like try to heal you like
Yeah.
holistically. So that's something I respect. I feel like they care more over here, like the healthcare industry.
Yeah, I agree.
So those are the three big reasons why I moved here, and then the fourth reason is obviously her. We met over here, and she lured me back to Dumaguete,
He
Philippines.
just keeps on coming back.
Yeah, I
ever
just keep
since.
coming back. I know a lot of people that have come here, and once they get here, they like just don't leave. They sell their house, they sell their car.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm actually like curious about that.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people who does that.
everyone who comes here loves the Philippines.
Yeah. Maybe because you are getting the same comfort while you're paying
Yeah.
less.
Right. You get a bigger bang for your buck, and you get a lot of caring people who care about you.
Yeah.
So to recap, I love America. I grew up there, but the America that I grew up with, to me, doesn't really feel like it exists anymore. And I hate to say that. I pray for America. I hope they get back to their old ways, but I have my doubts, and I don't want to live in a place that doesn't uphold my values and traditions. So that's those are the three reasons I moved out here. Leave a comment what you think. I know this is controversial, like I said, but this is just how I feel. And if you feel the same way, give it a like. And if you disagree, leave a comment why you disagree. We love feedback and we love constructive criticism. But I appreciate you guys watching this vlog.
Thank you so much, everyone. We'll see you guys in our
We'll
next.
see you guys on the next vlog. Please subscribe.
Bye.
Bye, guys.